Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is K Shine, and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. Your girl is back with another freaking story time based on the title. You already know what I'm about to talk about. Y'all double check to make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you thumbs up this video and comment down below. But without further ado, y'all, let's hop right into this video. Let's go. All right, y'all, so boom! Y'all know how I like to start my videos off. Let's get into this story time, y'all. Let me tell y'all how this dude was a liar, pants on fire. So let me tell y'all. So I'm with my homegirls. We decided to go to this club, right? It was like a little low-key club. Like, it wasn't one of the main clubs that's downtown, but it was like, you know, one of the little, like, hole-in-the-wall clubs, right? So when we went there, like, the club wasn't really popping. It was, like, low-key kind of lame. But we had already paid to get in there, though. But, like, they let us come in and out or whatever because we had our little stamp on our hand. So we was thinking, like, okay, since we already paid and we can leave or come in and out, maybe we should kind of just, like, walk around for a minute and then come back and see if it's popping then, right? So me and my homegirls, we leave and we was walking around for a minute, like kind of even chilling by the car because we had a bottle that we bought and it was just sitting in the car. Mind you, I'm 21 at this time, right? I think I was about to turn 22, maybe like in a couple months, but I'm 21 at this time, right? So we take a shot. So after a minute had passed by, we like, okay, let's go back into the club and see if it's popping. So as we're walking from the parking lot back to the club, you know, we get stopped by these guys. So, you know, we get stopped by these group of guys or whatever. Some of two of them was trying to talk to my homegirls. And then this one guy was talking to me. Now, this one guy, I'm going to just call him Liar. Like, we're going to cut straight right into it. I'm going to call him Liar, okay? So, I see this guy, whatever, you know, he told me his name is Liar. So we talking outside the club, and I'm not gonna lie, he was cute. Like, he had a full beard that was like connected, tall, you know, a little caramel skin, a little bit or whatever, like maybe like a little bit of a shade darker than me, looking good, right? So we're talking as we walking from the parking lot to the club. Like, we talking, you know, he telling me his name and stuff like that. Like, and I'm like, oh, okay. So, you know, I told him mine, and then I'm like, oh, Liar, like, how old are you? And he's like,
Oh, yeah, girl, you know, I'm 23 years old. What about you?
so I'm like, okay, 23. I'm like, well, I'm 21. Like, you know, I'm 21. And, you know, he's like, okay, cool, whatever. So we're walking, we're exchanging numbers. So I told Liar, I'm like, you know, what y'all about to do? So he like,
You know, we ain't really got no plans. We was just walking around here to see what's up. Like, you know, we down for anything.
so I'm like, okay, bet. Like, y'all down for anything? So I'm like, well, we about to go into this club over here. Like, y'all want to come into the club with us? So Liar's like,
Oh, yeah, bet. Like, is it 18 and up or is it like 21 and up?
so I'm like, it's 21 and up. Like, you know, it's no 18 and up. It's 21 and up. So he like,
Oh, okay. Like, you know what? We probably just gonna end up walking around for a little minute and maybe we'll come back in there when we done.
so I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm like, did you want it to be 18 and up? He like,
Oh no, no, no. Like I was just making sure because you know I don't like clubs that's 18 and up because there be a lot of little kids there and I prefer 21 and up.
so I'm thinking like, oh, okay, bet. Like, I get that because low key, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I don't know if I really thought like this when I was 21. But you know, when I see flyers and like flyers for parties and stuff and it say 18 and up, I am not going, y'all. I am so sorry. Like, I am not about to go be with no 18-year-olds or nothing. Like, so I understood what he said. Like, I don't want to go to no 18 and up. I want to go to 21 and up. Like, I'm 23 years old. Why would I be at an 18 and up party? So I'm thinking like, cool, this junk makes sense, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. But he said he was going to walk around and stuff like that. So, you know, we exchange numbers. We go back into the club. So we kicking it. Everything is cool. Like, the club kind of like start to pick up a little bit more. So we was in there partying. So while we in there, like, some time had went by and Liar ends up texting me and just asking like, where was I at? So, you know, I told him like, I'm at that club that I told you we was going to be at. Like, I'm like, it's lit in here. Y'all should come through. So Liar's like,
Okay, yeah, like I'm gonna meet you there. How long you gonna be there?
So I'm like, well, it's only about, at this point, it was only about like midnight. So I was like, we're probably gonna be here for another hour, hour and a half, and then we probably gonna end up leaving. So he said, cool, he gonna come. So I'm like, okay. Like, okay, mind you, we done got drinks and everything at the club. We partying, we getting lit. Time is going by. Like, I forgot about even Liar coming and stuff like that. Because I just was like, I was having fun. I was drinking. I was starting to get a buzz and stuff like that. So I forgot about Liar. So it comes to the point where the club is letting out. So the club is letting out. So we walk into the parking lot to get in our car. And I'm putting on the GPS because my friend was driving that night, but like her phone had died. So I'm putting the GPS on my phone or whatever. We listening to music, everything is good. So while we listening to music, like I kept getting when you got the GPS on and like your phone like rings or you get a notification, it like dings and the music kind of turned down. So I kept getting text messages. So at first my phone was like in the middle, like because I'm in the back seat. Like it's two of my homegirls, one of my homegirls is driving, the other one's in the passenger seat. I'm in the back seat. So I had my phone like in the middle, like so that way the driver can see the phone. So I end up getting my phone and I see that it's Liar. So I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about Liar. Mind you, I'm not even thinking that like it's 2 o'clock, the club already let out. But I'm thinking like, oh y'all shit, I forgot that to tell Liar that we already left. He said he was on his way there. So I'm get to texting back because he's like, where you at? And I'm thinking like, oh shit, like, my bad. We left the club. I forgot to tell you. And he wrote back like,
Oh dang, like yeah, I was looking for you, like we here right now, like dang, I thought you was still here.
so, I told him, I'm all apologize, like, my bad, like, I did leave. I didn't even tell you I left. Like, I'm sorry, like, we can hang out another time. So, we texted for a minute, and then my homegirl ended up, was like, girl, it's after 2 o'clock. Everybody know the club closes at 2. So, why would he be texting you after 2 o'clock saying that he's here and he's looking for you when ain't nobody at that club? So I'm thinking like, oh, bitch, you're right. Like the club been let out. So why are you talking about you just now at the club? And I'm over here apologizing for leaving. But you should have known I left because you was supposed to have been there at like 12 midnight ish and you took 2 hours. Like it took you a whole 2 hours to get here. Like I'm confused. So I started thinking, but at that time, I kind of already ended the conversation with him because I was just like, we link up another time, and he had text back and said, okay. So, like, I wasn't even about to text back and be like, oh, actually, by the fucking way, why were you there? And it's 2 o'clock, and da da da. I was just like, whatever. I left it alone. I'm like, maybe he ended up doing something. Maybe he got busy. It is what it is, right? Cool. So the next day happens or whatever, and like I'm at home chilling because I went out on a Saturday night, and normally after I go out the next day, especially when it's Sunday, I am chilling. Okay, I'm chilling, I'm cooling, I'm good, right? So I'm in the house and I'm just chilling for that day or whatever. So Liar ends up hitting me up. So I'm like, oh, what's up? What's going on with you? So he texts me, and he just like,
Oh yeah, like sorry about last night. Like I really do want to link with you. Like, did you have any plans today?
so, I told him, like, no, I don't have no plans. I'm like, it's Sunday. So I normally just relax and chill on Sunday, especially since I was drinking last night. Like, I just, I'm just chilling.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Well, it is Sunday. I did just want to see if you want to go grab some breakfast real quick.
And I'm not going to lie, y'all. I was kind of like hung over. So I honestly did not want to go because I really just wanted to relax. Like, I drunk a lot the night before and, like, I was hungover. So I was telling him, like, that do sound really good, but like I'm not gonna lie, I really don't feel like getting out the bed. Like I'm hung over from last night. And like it's like
Oh, please, like just come out. Like I really want to see you. Like I just want us to have a good time. Like I was really feeling your vibe last night. So like, just come out for me.
and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Liar, I really don't know. I really didn't want to, but he was really like persuading me to go. So I just like, okay, where you want to go? So he ended up texting me like the brunch spot and everything. So when I looked up the brunch spot, it was all the way on the opposite side of town. So it was like, I know that ain't far for y'all, but it was like 25 minutes away. That is far from me, okay? Anything that's over 20 minutes, I am sorry. I am not a driver. I hate driving. So anything that's longer than that, it is far, y'all. Especially when you tired and when you hunk over, like, and you already really don't want to go. So it was like 25 minutes away. So I'm like, damn. But I guess I'll go. So even though I didn't really feel like going, I was just like, whatever. I'm gonna get up and go get some breakfast. Maybe that'll make my hungoverness Feel a little bit better, So I'm just like, okay, cool. So, he told me, like, what time to meet him there. And I was just like, all right, I'm about to get up and get dressed and I'm going to hit you up when I leave out or whatever. So, he's like, okay, cool. I get up. I'm like low key dragging my feet. I ain't even gonna lie because I'm tired. Really don't feel good, but whatever. Let me go have some breakfast and then I can eat, come back home, lay down for the day, right? So I get up, take my shower, get dressed and everything. Mind you, he's texting me like, are you ready? Are you leaving at the house? I'm close, all this other stuff, right? So I end up texting him and I'm like, all right, I'm about to leave at the house. So, he like, okay, bet, cool, me too. Cool. So, he told me he's like 15 minutes away from the spot. And I'm like, okay, I'm 25 minutes, so cool, whatever. He could wait a little 10 minutes for me. It'd be all right. So, I'm leaving out the house. Mind y'all, I forgot to tell y'all for the night before, when my homegirl drove to the club, I drove to her house. So, when she drove us back to our house, I got out my car and I drove it home. Now, when I was on the freeway, y'all, I rode over something, but I thought it was like a dead animal or something like that because it wasn't nothing that was like, it didn't make a noise or something, but I felt a little, you be driving, it'd be like a little boom, like, wasn't no dead body, you know what I'm saying? But like, I felt something, so I just thought it was like, a little rodent. You know how I'd be like, they might get hit on the road and they'll still be like, on the road or whatever. So I'm thinking like I just hit a rodent. Whatever I hit, because mind you, I didn't, even when I came outside, whatever I hit, I had like a flat tire, y'all. My tire was flat. Mind you, I'm looking around in the tire. I don't see no glass, no slash marks. I didn't see nothing. So now I'm thinking like, okay, well, whatever I rolled over last night, it must have had it must have been something that cut my tire or whatever, but I made it all the way home on this tire, so it must have been something that it was like a little puncture and maybe it was like a slow leak. Y'all don't even know. All I know is I had to get a new fucking tire. Okay, so I'm over here, well, I'm about to say, the first thing you do, but maybe this is just me or most people, first thing you do when you get a flat tire, well, not the first thing you do when you get a flat tire, but the first thing you do when it's any inconvenience, what you do, y'all? Call your mama, okay? So as soon as I had a flat on my tire, I knew I didn't just need air because it's just like I could tell it was like a slow leak. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need a whole new tire. So I end up calling my mama. I'm on the phone with her, and she like, you sure? She telling me like, see if you could drive it because it was a gas station on the corner of our block. So she like, see if you could drive it to the gas station and see if you pump it up with air. Would the air go back out or is it gonna stay? Do you need a tire? Like we on the phone talking. Mind you, I forgot all about. I didn't necessarily forget about the breakfast, but I'm just trying to figure out my car situation right now because I gotta go to work on Monday. So I'm trying to figure out what's really going on with my car. So I'm talking to my mama, and she had called her like not mechanic, but like her friend. You know how some friend like you always got that friend that maybe not a mechanic, but they work on cars, or that person that's not a plumber but they know how to fix a toilet or fix a sink. Like you got one of those people that's like just really handy even though that ain't their main job. So she called her friend or whatever, and she was just like, yeah, James about to come over there, look at your car, all this other stuff. So I'm trying to figure out my car, right? So meanwhile, time has went by. Like, especially if you like me, you get on the phone with your mama. Like, I've literally had 4 or 5 hour conversations with my mama while she at work, while I'm just at the mall. Like, I can stay on the phone for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours with my mama, right? So I was looking, I was like, oh shit, I've been on the phone a long time with my mama. So I'm like, okay, man, just let me know what he say, or do he need me to leave my keys to come fix it or whatever. Like, so we're talking about that. So next thing you know, I get a call from Liar. So I'm like, oh shit, okay, actually, yeah, like, let me go, mom, let me answer, because I'm like, damn, I forgot, I gotta tell him that my car messed up. Like, either he gonna have to pick me up or we're gonna have to reschedule. So Liar calls me, so I answer. I'm like, oh, Liar, like, my bad, like, I was just about to call you. So I'm saying all that, and Liar's like,
It's okay. I'm sorry. I just want to let you know, like, I can't even make it.
so it's like while he was saying that, y'all, I was listening, but I kind of wasn't listening. When you multitasking. So now I'm trying to like get the stuff. I was doing something like getting some stuff on my car because I thought he was the man who was gonna come and get my car. I thought he had to like take it or lift it up to put the. I didn't know what was about to happen with the car, so I was getting like my purse because mind you, I got all the way in the car and everything. So I had my purse sitting in the car. So I'm getting stuff out the car. So I hear him, but I'm not, and I'm just like, yeah, like I'm sorry, like I caught a flat, like I'm not gonna be able to make it to breakfast. And then I was like, well, wait. I was like, wait, what you say you did? You can't make it? What? He's like,
Oh no 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 no! I didn't say I couldn't make it. I was telling you I had made it. Like yeah, dang, I'm here. Oh dang, you can't make it, man. I'm just sitting here waiting for you. Like dang, like oh, I was already up here. Oh, I'm mad that you can't even come. Yeah, I was just trying to let you know that I'm already here.
So I'm like, you sure? I thought you said you can't make it. Like you wasn't coming no more.
No, no, no. I said I did make it. No, yeah, you hearing stuff like, but yeah, you said something. What was wrong with your car? What happened?
So I was just like, okay, because I'm like, I'm worried about my car. So I'm thinking like, that's okay. Like, forget whatever, fuck it. So I'm like, oh, I was just telling you, like, I think I rolled over something last night on the way home. So it's a flat in my tire. Y'all, let's say I'm about to just make up a street or whatever. But whatever street I'm about to make up, let's say 6 Mile and 6 Mile and Brush. Let's say he said 6 Mile and Brush, right? Whatever. I'm just making up that street, but it was actually a real shop on the 6 Mile and Brush, right? Okay, so listen. So he's like,
Oh, you know my cousin owned a shop on 6 Mile and Brush. Like you could just take it there.
so I'm like, oh, the yellow. I'm like, oh, that yellow mechanic shop, like on 6 Mile and Brush. I'm like, oh, your cousin owned that. I know that place. And he's like,
Yeah, like you know they'll tow it and everything straight to the shop and just fix your tire.
and I'm like, oh, okay, because I'm like, I don't know if it's if like I just need air or if I need a whole new tire.
Yeah, like I can just call my cousin and he could definitely tow it up there for free for you and get you a new tire for free.
So I'm like, for free? I'm like, you sure? Because I'm like, I don't mind paying for a new tire because I'm like, I'm gonna have to get a new tire. So, he like,
Okay, I promise you, babe, like you good. I'ma take care of it or whatever. Like, don't even worry about it. Like, just give me your address.
I know y'all. Y'all know me. I don't like giving people my address, but here I am. I'm really sitting here thinking like, okay, like the mechanic people is about to come get my car and tow it to the freaking lot, right? So I'm like, so I gave him my address and I'm like, okay, yeah, well, they can come get it. And mind you, this is 21-year-old me. I don't know nothing about cars. I don't know that, oh, you could just lift the car up. Well, I don't want to say I didn't know, but I wasn't thinking like, oh, okay. And mind you, I don't got no spare in my car or nothing. So I wasn't thinking like I could just have somebody bring me maybe a tire and they could lift it up and put it on. I wasn't thinking about none of that. All I know is that my tire needed to be fixed. He was going to tow it for free, fix it for free, and bring it back to me for free. So I'm just thinking like free, 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 but you know what they say, ain't nothing in life for free. But I'm thinking like, if I know that shop exists, so if he telling me they about to come get it, like, if I end up having to pay for it, I'm cool with that. Like, I just need my shit fixed. Mind you, it's a Sunday, y'all. So I'm thinking like, a lot of places don't be open on Sunday. So I'm telling him like, okay, I sent you because I'm still on the phone with him, but I had texted him my address. So I was like, okay, I sent you the address. I'm like, is they even open? Because it's Sunday. And he like,
Don't worry about that. Like, I could just tell my cousin to go up there, open up the shop for you because, that way you can go ahead and get it back by today.
cool. So I'm like, oh, bet. Thank you so much. Like, I'm like, because I do have to go to work tomorrow. Like, if my mama have to drop me off early, then cool. But, I get off late and everything. So I would just rather drive my own car. But, like, if I needed to find a way, I would have found the way. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I'm feeling so good. Like, I'm like, okay, cool. So, I'm like, how long do you think it's going to take? He like,
All right, let me call you right back. Let me just call my cousin to see how soon he can come get the car to get his tow truck or whatever and come get your car.
so I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. So I get off the phone or whatever. I go back in the house. I call my mama back and I'm like, oh, man, don't worry. You don't got to send James, whatever I name the guy. You don't got to send James over here no more. I'm like, my friend. I'm like, remember, because mind you, my mama know the shop that I'm talking about. I'm like, that shop on 6 Mile and Brush? She's like, oh, yeah, the yellow shop, da da da. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, my friend, cousin own that shop. Like, he said he just going to come pick it up and take care of it for me. So, she's like, all right, cool. I'm glad you found a way. You grown, you 21. Like, yes, girl, do your own thing. Da 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 da. Okay. So I'm like, cool. I'm like, yeah, Mossy, I don't even need you, girl. Like, I'm doing my own thing. Like, I'm the big dog out here. Like, I'm not no baby, my dang. So, no. But she like, okay, yes, you solving your own problems. Good job. Clap, clap, So Okay, so I'm telling her. So then, liar ends up calling me. So I was like, okay, my like this liar, he about to come pick up the car, whatever. I'll call you back. So I answer. I'm like, hey. He's like,
Okay, yeah, my cousin said he could be to you in like 30 minutes because he about to just get up. He already got your address. Like, you don't live far from him, whatever. He gonna be on his way in about 30 minutes.
so I'm like, okay, thank you so much. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so sorry that you went all the way to the breakfast spot and I wasn't there and all of this. So he like,
Oh, boo, don't worry about it. It's all good. It's always other days. Like, I'm just glad I can help you out with this situation and stuff.
so I'm like, yeah, me too. Thank you. So cool. So I go in the house. So now I kind of changed because I at first I was kind of like looking a little bit cute, whatever. So now that I know I ain't going nowhere, I kind of put on some like jogging pants and just like a regular shirt. So now I'm just at home waiting for the guy to come or whatever. So 30 minutes did pass, but you be want to give people leeway because he said that he was gonna come in about 30 minutes. So I'm like, okay, about 30 minutes could be about 35, 40 minutes, 45. Could be stuck in traffic. Maybe he looking for his keys at home. You never know. So 30 minutes had passed. 40 minutes had passed. 50 minutes had passed. A whole hour had passed. An hour and 30 minutes had passed. 2 hours passed. So I said, okay. At the 2 hour mark, I know y'all gonna think like you should have called earlier and all that. But when you be at home, mind you, now that I'm up, I'm cleaning up, I'm straightening up. And then you know how like when you go into the club the night before, like your room kind of get messed up because you looking for stuff to wear. So I came back home today, and because I was kind of like drunk the night before, I didn't even feel like cleaning up. So now that I'm up and I'm waiting for somebody, I'm putting my heels back in the boxes. I'm straightening up, putting the dress that I didn't wear back on the hanger. Now I'm starting to clean up and stuff. So the time really do fly by. So I wasn't just looking at the clock and noticed that 2 hours went by. I'm cleaning up. I got to washing my dishes, straightening up my room, cleaning the bathroom. And then I look like, wait a minute. I done cleaned 3 rooms in my house: my bathroom, the kitchen, and my bedroom. And then I seen it was 2 hours. I was like, okay, hold up. So I end up calling Liar back, and I'm like, hey, Liar, like, it's been 2 hours. Is your cousin still coming? Like, what's going on? So he like,
He didn't call you yet? He didn't come get the. He didn't get the car?
I'm like, no.
Nah, you kidding me. Double check. Make sure you look outside your house. Make sure your car not there because he should have already been there.
I'm like, Liar, I think I would have noticed if a tow truck came and took my car. But you know what? Just to be on the fucking safe side, mind you, I was just in the kitchen, which I can see out of my big window. And my car was in the front of the house, so I can see my car kind of from the kitchen. So I was just in the kitchen washing the dishes. So I'm thinking, like, you know what? Maybe he got a silent tow truck. Shit, I don't know. Let me just double check and make sure. So even though I already knew, I just said, you know what? You never know. Maybe he teleported my car from in front of the house to his mechanic shop. I don't know. Like maybe he just came to pick it up and put it on his back. Maybe, I don't know. So let me go check. I go check in front of my house. Of course. My car's still sitting there. So I'm like, oh no, like it's still out there. Like, my car's still in front of my house. He like,
You sure? Like, are you positive?
I said, I'm physically looking right at it. Like I see my car in front of the house.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, I thought he been came again. Okay, let me call this fool. Okay, let me call you right back.
So I'm like, okay. So whatever. So some time had went by. It was like 20 minutes. I'm thinking like, okay, 20 minutes ain't bad. Maybe he talking to him and a cousin telling him a long story about, how he ran over maybe like a freaking um bunny frog mixed together or something, or I don't know, maybe he hit something, so he's giving him the sob story about how he ran over this rabbit and he feeling really really bad and he's crying and he picked the rabbit up to take it to the vet so that way he can cure the rabbit back to health or something. Like, I'm thinking he's about to have this long story to tell me, so I'm waiting. 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by. So I'm getting agitated because I'm an impatient person, especially when I'm literally just sitting there waiting. If I'm waiting and I'm doing something, I don't really notice the wait. But if I'm just literally sitting there waiting, because now I done cleaned up, so now I'm just really just waiting on the call back. So I'm anticipating like, okay, now 30 minutes go by. 40 minutes go by, y'all. I literally call Liar back and I'm like, Liar, why do I have to keep calling you back? Like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, what's going on? And he like,
Hold on. I'm still on the other line with him right now. Like me and him is talking. He telling me how he on his way there. Like I'm gonna call you back.
so I said, okay. So I hung up. So I hang up, y'all. I'm just sitting there, y'all. Like, at this point, only 20 minutes went by at this point. So I'm like, oh, fuck that. I call Liar back. Liar not answering, y'all. He not answering. So I'll give him a minute. Cause I'm like, okay, maybe he's still on the phone, whatever. Knowing that he not, I don't know why I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but whatever. So I'm just like, okay. Maybe still I'm just waiting for him to call back. I waited a good 5 minutes. Nope, call back. Another 5 minutes after that, call back. No answer still. So I text him like I don't understand why you playing. Like you don't want offer to help me and now you playing. No text back, no nothing. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Like at this point I accepted that this nigga was lying and he not about to help me. So I called my mama and I was just like, yeah, I think I still do need James because my person didn't come through. And my mom was like, well, at this point James then went to work already for the night, so you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm gonna just have to wait till tomorrow. It is what it is. I ain't even really tripping. So, Liar didn't even call me back. At this point, like, I didn't finish going about my day or whatever. I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. So, I get a text message at like literally 11 o'clock at night. And I look and it's from fucking Liar. So, he texts me and he's like,
What you doing?
what I'm doing? I'm like, I'm sitting here because I'm thinking he like about to ask me like what am I doing because he about to explain what the fuck happened and why he didn't answer me. But I was like I'm like nothing sitting here. He's like,
Oh, how was your day?
how was my fucking day? I'm like, excuse me. He like, mind you, this through text message though. So I'm just in my head. I'm just saying like, excuse the fuck out of me. Like, what you mean? How was my day? And my car is still sitting in front of my house. And you was supposed to come get it, or your cousin, or whoever, Casper the ghost, somebody was supposed to come get this car. So I wrote back, I'm like, what you mean, how was my day? What happened to the person coming to get my car? And he was like,
What you mean? Didn't I text you and told you like he said he was just gonna do it tomorrow?
I said, no, I don't got, I said, you looking at our, mind you, you're looking at our text message thread, right? Which is not a lot. It's not like you got to scroll up a lot. We just met yesterday. So we don't have a lot of text messages, right? So you clearly see in our message thread that you said nothing about, yeah. Oh my God, I'm calm down. Sorry, I be yelling in my videos a lot. So I'm trying to not scream as much, but y'all, I'm sitting here thinking like we just met yesterday. We haven't texted a whole lot. So it ain't like you got to scroll up to see when you would have sent that message. So you could clearly see that you never texted me about him coming tomorrow. So I literally was like, where do you see in our thread that you text me saying that he was going to come tomorrow? He's like,
Oh damn, I don't know. It must have didn't go through.
I said, okay, that's cool. I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. He don't got to come tomorrow. I already got it fixed. Like, I already got it done. Like, don't even worry about it. And he's like,
Dang. Okay, cool. What you doing tomorrow?
I didn't even text him back, y'all, because I was so annoyed by him for real. Like, that shit just pissed me off because I'm like, why did you volunteer to help me just to not fucking help me? You could have just left it alone and been like, yeah, we could reschedule our breakfast date or whatever and left it alone. You volunteered to help me to not even fucking help me. Like, I'm confused. Like, I could have just been let James come over here and you're over here playing. Whatever. I ain't text him back that night. Cool. He texted me again Monday morning or whatever, like good morning and stuff. I ain't text him then either because I was just still annoyed. Like, sometimes I be holding on to shit because I just don't like when people volunteer a lie. Like, don't volunteer your lie. Like, if I didn't ask you for nothing, why are you even volunteering to help me or lie about something that you could have avoided? Like, you could have just left me alone. Like, I already told you I had somebody else coming over here to fix it. So why did you volunteer your 2 cents to play with me? Like, that shit irritated me. So I didn't text him back or whatever. So a couple days went by. I still didn't text him back. So he ended up texting me again. So at this point, I was a little bit over it because I already had got my James did end up coming over Monday to fix my tires. So I already got my car fixed and stuff like that. So it was like Thursday at this point. So I post on Instagram. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we did follow each other on Instagram and stuff like that. When we was texting, we had exchanged Instagrams. So Thursday came, and like Thursdays, it's this restaurant that's like well, y'all don't need to know because whatever. But I went to a restaurant with my one homegirl, and they have like they basically had a margarita fountain of different margaritas, right? Yeah, like a margarita flight, but it was up, on a little stack thing. So I posted a picture of that on my Instagram. So freaking liar like commented on it or whatever. And I ain't even say nothing because he just was like, that looked good or something. So I was just like, whatever. So mind you, me and my friend, we went there to drink, but we really went there to eat, and then we was gonna go to the bar later because the restaurant that we went to, they didn't really play like good music. It didn't really give bar vibes. You get what I'm saying? So we still went to go to a bar and continue to drink or whatever. So I didn't say nothing back or whatever. And then by the time we leave and go to the next bar, now I'm sitting at the bar. So at first I was in a booth taking the pictures, but now me and my homegirls up sitting at the bar. So I had did like a picture of my shot, but you could see like TVs in the background because at the bar we having the TVs going on. So he commented on that like, dang, like where you at? Like, why you ignoring me? So I was just finally responding, and I was just like, I'm like, well, I'm at this bar. Why don't you come up here and buy me a shot? And he like,
Okay, like yeah, no, I can definitely do that. What bar you at?
so I tell him what bar I'm at or whatever. Mind you, now we on Instagram talking. I tell him what bar I'm at. So he like,
Oh, well, since you at a bar, is it 18 and up or 21 and up?
so I'm like, okay, there you go, asking that question again. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Like he said before, he don't want to go nowhere where it's 18 and up. So I'm like, well, it's a bar. I'm like, it's 21 and up, not 18 and up. So I'm like, yep, 21 and up. So mind you, the bar that I was at was kind of like in a hood, little rough area or whatever. So he like,
Oh, okay. I see you at that bar, like over in that hood. Like, are they strict? Do they be like carting people?
so I'm like, yeah, like when you come in the door, they're gonna pat you down and they're gonna card you to make sure you're 21 and up. So I'm like, is that a problem?
Oh, no, 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 no. Like, I just was gonna bring my cousin. Like, my cousin, yeah, he's still 19 or whatever, and he wanted to come, so I was just gonna bring him.
So I was like, oh, well, yeah, like I told you it was 21 and up. So why would you bring him anyways if he ain't 21?
Oh, cause he looked like he over 21, so I was just gonna see if they was gonna let him in without carding him.
I'm like, no. So no.
Dang, I guess I can't come because I'm with my cousin and I don't want to leave him behind. Like,
Like I'm thinking like just take him home or like whatever. I'm just like, okay, like I don't even care. So like I kind of left him on red because I'm just like, here you go playing again. You always trying to volunteer some shit that you can't come through with. It is what it is. Cool. So that happened. So I'm just like, whatever. So I continued to have my little drink at the bar with my friend or whatever. And then it was like some event that was downtown. Like downtown was so packed for this day. I don't know if it was a comedy show or like a concert. It was something going on downtown that it was lit, but I wasn't going to whatever was going on. If it was a concert, like I wasn't going to that concert, but I was going downtown to just like go to the bars and stuff because like when concerts or comedy shows come here downtown, like the bars and clubs normally be packed afterwards because people leave the shows and then they go to bars and stuff. So me and my two homegirls, the same two homegirls from the first night, we go downtown, but we park in the casino because like the parking, like street parking be packed. Like if it shows and stuff down there, it be packed. So we're parking in the casino. So you park in the casino, you just 9 times out of 10 we go through the casino, walk around, kick it for a minute. So we trying to kill time to when stuff let out for when the show let out or whatever. So we just down there walking around, we in the casino and stuff like that. So you could come from the parking structure, walk through the casino, basically go downstairs and walk out another door that will put you like in front of the casino. As we're walking out the casino, I see freaking Liar. I see Liar and 4 men, or actually 4 boys, shit. But I see Liar and his little crew. I see them, right? So I'm like, I had just looked at him, and then he looked at me, and I was like, "Dang, okay, now we gotta speak because we locked eyes." So he like,
Kay, like, what's up? Like, I didn't know you was gonna be here.
and I'm saying things like, "Yeah, why would you know I was gonna be here? Because every time we be talking, you be playing games, So like, whatever." So I'm just like, "Yeah, hey." So he give me a hug, I hug him or whatever. So he like,
What y'all about to do?
and I'm like, "Yeah, we about to just walk around. We just came out the casino, so we about to just walk around for a minute before we go to the bar." So he's like,
Oh, yeah, we just came out the casino, too.
so I'm thinking like, okay, I ain't see you, but I mean the casino kind of big, so whatever, maybe you did. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. What y'all about to do? So he like, well, shoot, mind you, while we talking, one of his friends came up to my other homegirl, and they talking next to us. So when I said like, what y'all finna do, his friend was like, shoot, we want to walk around with y'all. So I was like, okay, cool. So we get to walking around and stuff like that, and we get to this bar. Mind y'all, the bar we get to, they wasn't it because it was kind of still early. They wasn't super strict on checking IDs, especially because when you look at us, we look our age. You know, we look 21, and I was already getting my ID out since we was about to go into the bar. So I guess he seen us kind of like getting IDs out, so he was just like, go ahead. So when we get to this bar, he was like, y'all good? Come on, come on. So he let all of us in, right? So we're going to the bar, and it's like when he was letting us all in, I noticed that like freaking Liar and his homeboys was excited, like, we in a bar, y'all, like, y'all, we in a bar. And I'm like, y'all ain't never been in a bar before, y'all good? So he like,
Yeah. Like, yeah, we've been in the bar. We never been in this bar before. So, like,
so I'm like, okay, well, y'all ain't gonna be excited like that, calm down. So I see them like all like excited, and while we walk through the bar, music is playing. So they coming in like, hey, yeah, like not like us females, but they like, okay, it's a vibe. They come in like this, like they was excited. So I'm like, okay, maybe y'all just love to turn up. Like I ain't trying to judge y'all, but they was super excited walking in. So I'm like, okay, so I'm like, well, let's go get some drinks. I'm like, you want to go over by the bar and get some drinks? So Light was like,
do you got to give your ID to the bartender to get the drink?
I'm like, no. I'm like, once you get let in, you don't gotta use your ID no more. Like, what you mean? Like, you good now? And he like,
Oh, okay, so I could just order a drink and then, like, just pay for it?
yeah. I'm like, yeah, you can. That's cool. He like,
Okay, bet. Like, all right, yeah, what you want? Like, what you want?
so we order a drink or whatever. He go in his wallet, he pull out his card. He pays for the drink. I'm not gonna lie. They was a vibe though. When we was in there drinking with them, they was a vibe. So then he had did one round. His other friend did a round. The other friend did a round. Like we low key getting lit. I'm not gonna lie. They was super eager and excited to be in there that they was buying shots after shots after shots. So we are drinking, they dancing, they so excited to be in this bar. So it's a vibe. We getting lit, right? Mind you, this is the second time that it had got back to Liar to do his round of shot. Mind you, it was 5 of them total, right? It was Liar and 4 of his homeboys. Mind you, I didn't take all them shots, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not about to take 10 shots. Like, come on. So it's back on Liar. Liar kind of drunk. Everybody kind of drunk or whatever. So while he's getting the round of shots, the lady come over here and say, it's such and such price. So he go in his pocket, get his wallet out, open it, and he sits his wallet like on the counter. So he take his debit card out of his little slot and he gives it to the lady. So the lady rings him up or whatever. Mind you, Liger start like dancing a little bit. Like he's so drunk, he start dancing. So I'm like, when the lady set the card back down, I'm trying to get his stuff together because mind you, he just set his phone up on the counter, his wallet sitting here open, his debit card over there. So I'm like, let me get him together, whatever. He over there dancing, hey, having a good time. So she bring the shots or whatever there. So I'm like, let me get his stuff. Y'all, I reach over to the counter. I'm getting his debit card. I'm putting it back in his wallet. I ain't gonna lie. While I got it open, mind you, you know how you have your license in that clear part of the wallet? I just happened to look over at the license. Tell me fucking why. I want y'all to tell me. I want y'all to comment below and tell me why I looked at this fucking license. And why did I look at his birthday? I look at his year. Why that shit say 1997? 1997? Now, mind you, if I'm born in 1995, and at the time I'm 21, if you is in 1997, that means you fucking 19. That means I'm partying and drinking with a 19-year-old. That means you're a fucking liar. Okay? So I said, look over here. Mind you, Liar still boom, 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 turning up. I look at my homegirl. I said, look at this shit. She like, what? Mind you, it's a little dark. She can't see. I said, why his fucking year say 1997? She said, girl, he 19. I said, oh, you fucking 19. So mind you, the guy that my friend was talking to outside the casino, she had ended up exchanging numbers with him, right? So now I'm sitting here like, she thinking like, is the nigga I'm talking to 19 too? I said, how you go? And I know you y'all thinking like, he said he was 23, y'all. How the fuck is he 19? When I tell y'all, full beard, connected, full beard, tall, caramel, low haircut, he could have passed. Like, I want, like, he low key could pass. He could fucking pass. Like, maybe a little bit of a baby face, but people still tell me I got a baby face. Like, I'm 27 years old, and I'm telling you, without makeup and everything, like, people be like, are you 20? I could literally, never mind. Anyways, but they be acting like I'm so young. So, like, this dude could really pass. So, I'm over here staring at him because I don't know whether to react now, later. I don't know what to do. So, I'm sitting here thinking, like, so I couldn't even hold it in. I go up and I tap tap liar, and I'm like, he like,
What's up, baby? You got the shots. Let's get lit. Turn up.
I said, you forgot your wallet. I said, like, are you 19? He like,
Hey. What?
I said, I looked at your license. Are you 19?
19. What? No, 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 I bet. See, no, that's my little brother license.
So you 19 and you think I'm stupid, huh? I said 19. I mean, I said, what's his name? Liar. I said, I'm not stupid. I seen your picture. I said, you told me you was 23 years old. Are you 19 years old? He like,
Man, come on, baby. Age really ain't nothing but a number. Like, why does it really matter how old I am? You been having fun with me, right?
if fucking 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. Then how the hell is 1997 make you 23 years old in this year? In this year, if I'm 21, in the year that this was going on in, if I'm 21 and I am born in 1995, ain't no fucking way you was born in 1997 and you're fucking 23. I hate that for you. So I said, I literally walked away from him, y'all. I'm like, you know what? You need to go. He's like,
No, come on, man. I'm having fun.
you need to go for I go tell the bouncers that you're fucking 19. Yeah, because I am. I'm going to snitch on you because I'm so mad that, like, you lied and I'm over here hanging out with a 19-year-old. And I know y'all think, like, well, you only 21. That's 19. Like, my mom, only 2 year difference. It don't fucking matter. It's the point that, like, you've been lying since day one. And, like, you want to lie about your age like you some kid. I don't have time for none of that. Y'all, him and his boys end up leaving out. So I'm talking to the homegirl. Mind you, they left out and left around the shots there because he had already paid for it. You know, he left. So I'll take the shot or whatever. But y'all, listen, I'm sitting here thinking like shit really adding up now because y'all remember the first night I met him. He didn't want to go into that bar. He kept asking, was that shit 21 and up? That's why he asking that because he knew he couldn't get into a 21 and up club. You should have just said you was 19 from the get go. Maybe I would have still talked to you. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. But why would you say you fucking 23 years old? So you couldn't get into the bar or the clubs. That's why you really spent me and try to act like you was coming to the club, but you really wasn't because you knew you weren't gonna be able to get in because you know they was gonna be crying. That's one. Number two, even when I went to the bar the second night when I was posting my pictures on the drink and you asked me, hey, can I come to that bar? Do they be card and do they check IDs? You really want to come, but if you want to see if you was gonna be able to get in without them checking your ID. But when I told you they checked IDs, now you're like, oh shit, I'm really 19 and not 23. So if they checking IDs, I ain't gonna be able to get in. So I'm just sitting here like everything is fucking clicking. This nigga is 19 years old. He can't get into nothing 21 and up. I don't know why you lied about the breakfast thing saying that you was there because I know your ass really wasn't. I don't know why you lying about having a fucking mechanic cousin because I know your ass didn't. I don't know why you was just lying about shit that you don't need to lie about. But I guess because you're 19. and you still young, and you still a little boy a little bit. So you're already a guy. You know they say guys already mature slower than us. So it's just like you was doing a lot of immature, childish ass bullshit. And now it's adding up to why. And then you're really a liar because when you was standing outside the casino, you tell me something, y'all just came out the casino. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. The casino is definitely strict when it comes to ID. And if you would have showed them that ID with that 1997, they was not gonna let you in, boy. So you didn't even come out the fucking casino. You was just out there standing there probably waiting for 21 and up girls to come out so you could hit on them and lie and still say you was 23. Why is you a liar? Why, bitch? I mean, oh my bad. But why? And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, let me delete this 19-year-old number because what is wrong with you? Like, who raised you? Well, you 19, you still being raised at this fucking point. Because I mean, I know it's only a 2-year difference, y'all, but it's just a fact. Like, why was you lying about every single thing? I can't even go to the bar with you and have a motherfucking drink. You can't even go to the store and buy me a fucking drink. Unless you go to the hood stores, because they'll sell it to anybody for real. But anyways, I'm just so annoyed. Like, you lie about everything. You couldn't even get my motherfucking car fixed. Like, and I didn't even ask you to get my car fixed. Like, I didn't even say anything. Y'all, he just was lying about everything. Just lying. Oh my God. Like, I'm so annoyed. Like, that shit just really pissed me off because, like, you volunteered to lie for no reason. You should have just said that you were 19 and then let me either reject you or I could have been like, oh, it's only 2-year difference. I'll get your number anyways. But and then we could have did stuff that we didn't have to go to the bar for. Like we could have did stuff that no clubs or nothing. We could have just went to a nice restaurant. Like you never know. I could have probably still worked with you because he still was cute. Don't get me wrong. And he was all tall and handsome and stuff. And he could pass for being over 21. So I wasn't really even tripping. It's the fact that you lied nonstop about nothing. About dumb shit. So if you lie about dumb shit, you lie about anything. And I ain't got time. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. All right, y'all. That's it. Bye. All right, y'all. That is the end of my story time. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure you guys thumb up my video. Comment down below what you would have did in a situation like this. And make sure you are subscribed. But y'all already know. Until next time, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and TikTok at KShine with 3 E's. Yeah. Y'all thought I forgot? No, I didn't forget. Y'all forgot because y'all still forgetting to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. So I'm not understanding. What's the problem? Why don't you comment down below what the problem is? Because maybe we can fix the problem because I'm still trying to figure out why you're not subscribed and why you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok at KShine with 3 E's. So comment down what the problem is so we can see if we can resolve this problem. Okay? Y'all already know. Until next time. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.